بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear brothers and sisters, this is your brother Isa Ma. Today I want to talk about Andrew Tate, or even talk to Andrew Tate. Obviously, he has become such an iconic and popular and influential figure that it's hard to find someone who hasn't heard of him. Especially because he accepted Islam, and now there's a lot of discussion about him in the Muslim community as well. And we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide him and make him a great Muslim that will benefit the ummah and benefit the world. Allahumma ameen. So obviously he has said many things, he has expressed many views, some of which are very controversial. It's hard to pinpoint a particular issue to talk about. So I will just make some very general comments in the beginning about Andrew Tate, what I feel about him. First of all, he reminds me of Malcolm X. His personality, his expressive abilities, the fact that he advocates self-respect and dignity, the fact that he's a very disciplined and principled person, all of this remind me of Malcolm X. They have many similarities between each other. So perhaps it would be a good idea for Andrew to read the autobiography of Malcolm X, which is a very powerful book. Many people accepted Islam or deepened their understandings of Islam because of the autobiography of Malcolm X. So I'm pretty sure if Andrew reads the autobiography of Malcolm X, he'll find many things beneficial to him and even directly useful in his current situation, because Malcolm also faced a lot of allegations and a lot of hatred, a lot of controversies. So in a way, you can say that the world is lacking such masculine traits, having one's own standards, having one's own barriers, having one's own parameters, principles, and being able to say no, no matter how powerful the entity that you're saying no to appears to be. These things are needed, these things are important. If you look at human history, such behaviors are important in many situations and occasions. So we can understand why Andrew Tate has become so popular and so influential, especially among young men, because similar to what Jordan Peterson said, young men are in need of such messages, uplifting messages. The messages about self-accountability, personal accountability, the message about the fact that there will always be a hierarchy, but your job is to lift yourself up in that hierarchy, make the best version of yourself that you can, and create the best version of life that you can for yourself, instead of constantly complaining and whining about imbalance or injustice or unfairness, but rather get to work. Right? Do things, make changes, and earn what you desire and what you think you deserve. So all of these messages are very positive, and they are very much absent in the lives of young people nowadays. We are always taught that you need to be soft and tolerant, right? You need to be sympathetic, and you need to sacrifice and obedient. A lot of these messages, even if they are well intended, and they are probably not, but even if they're well intended, they create a lot of problems in the society. So generally, I think Andrew Tate has a lot of potential for positive influence in the world. I think we need such muru'ah, manhood in the world, and especially in the Muslim community, where manhood is a very important idea, right? We are not a nation that tries to forcefully make men and women equal. We understand that men and women are not equal. وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنْثَى. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said males and females are not the same. So we are a nation that still uphold these natural differentiations, and we try to do justice to the variety that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. So many of the things that Andrew Tate said are in line with the fitrah, the nature, the way that Allah Azza wa Jalla intended for people to behave and for the world to function. So generally, I think there's a lot good that can come out of Andrew Tate and his messages and his personality and his influence, which leads to my second point. You know, he accepted Islam, and Allah Azza wa Jal is the most wise. Whoever he guides, there's a purpose in it. There's a reason behind it, right? Wallahu la yahdi al-qawm al-zalimin. He clearly said that he doesn't guide the wrongdoing people. So the fact that Andrew Tate accepted Islam shows that there's some good in him that Allah sees and values and appreciates. And there's some good that he can do to the world that Allah intends and expects and wants to elicit from him. So there's goodness in him, and there will be goodness from him, inshallah. That's what we want to see, right? So we should all make dua that Allah continues to guide him and increase his potential for goodness for himself and for the society. And also, Andrew Tate keeps saying that network is very important. You need to surround yourself with winners, right? He's proud of the fact that all of his buddies, all of his friends are winners. They have the winner mentality. They always aim high and they always fight until the very end. So similarly, my advice would be, now that you have accepted Islam, now that you have become a Muslim, and I can see that you're very proud to be a Muslim, then surround yourself also with the best Muslims. Uplift your Islam by being in a network of successful and winner Muslims, right? Surround yourself with those who are knowledgeable, who understand the revelation, the Quran very well, those who have a lot of experience, right? Those who have a good reputation, and those who spiritually are attractive to you. Surround yourself with those kind of people, and you will see yourself improve very fast in the field of your deen, your religion. Just like Malcolm X, he went for Hajj in 1964, and that revolutionized his worldview. That changed his understanding of the world completely. That's a turning point in his life, because the experience itself was so powerful that it changed many of his thought patterns. So maybe it's your chance now to surround yourself with new experiences, to find good Muslims, and to maybe reevaluate some of your thought patterns or upgrade some of your thought patterns to keep winning, not only in this life and in the hereafter. And that leads to another point, which is about intention. The message that young men should work very hard to gain success and to deserve the good things in life is a very positive one in general. But then there's a follow-up question. How long will that success last? How long can a person enjoy the material, the worldly gains? You may have a lot of good cars, you may have a lot of money, you may have a lot of influence, but all of these things won't last. They will deteriorate. Your body will deteriorate. You will become weak again and old. That's how Allah Azza wa Jal intended for human beings to live in this world. You will become strong for some time, and then you will become weak for sure. And then more powerful people, will take over. And when you die, they will inherit all the material wealth that you've created, you've accumulated. So obviously, material success and influence, all of these, external achievements are not long-lasting. They're not the ultimate success. Obviously, you want to be the winner. So we need to ask ourselves how to be the ultimate winner, how to win in the end. And this is related to our intention. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Ad-dunya mal'una." The whole world is pointless. This worldly life is pointless. Much like what you call this word, the matrix. This is the matrix, right? It's a pointless word. It's not the reality. Ad-dunya mal'una. The Prophet ﷺ said something similar. This whole world is mal'una. It's pointless. It's meaningless. Mal'una ma fiha. Everything in it is pointless and meaningless. It's the matrix. But there's an exception. إِلَّا مَا بَتُغِيَ بِهِ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. Except whatever in it that was intended for the pleasure of Allah. Yani if you do something for the sake of Allah, to gain God's pleasure and God's favor, to to ask for Allah's reward and His compensation, then that is something meaningful. That is something long-lasting. مَا عِنْدَكُمْ يَنْفَدُ وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ بَاقٍ. Allah said, whatever is with you shall perish eventually. Sooner or later, your cars, your monies, your cigars will perish. وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ بَاقٍ. But whatever is with Allah will stay forever. So we need to constantly adjust our intention so that whatever we do, whatever kind of success we're aiming at, whatever kind of achievements we are working hard towards, it should be directed to the hereafter and to the Lord of the universe, for His pleasure, for His acceptance, for His favor. And if He's pleased with us, then we have real success, we have long-lasting success. On the day of judgment, right, many of the external decorations won't be there, will be absent. The only thing that will differentiate people, the darajat, the levels of people, will be taqwa, will be God consciousness, or this sense of piety, the desire to gain God's favor, the desire to be a good man in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not in the sight of people. The desire to, look beyond the matrix, look beyond this, what the Quran calls, a deceptive enjoyment. Mata'ul ghurur. To look beyond this and really aim for the long-lasting success. The pleasure in the hereafter, the joy in heaven. That's the real success. If you really want to be a top G, you should be aiming for the highest level of paradise. The top Gs are there. The real top Gs, throughout human history, will be in the highest level of paradise. That's real success. That's real winning. So, starting from now, try to adjust your intention and aim higher, and desire to become the most successful one after resurrection, after we come back to life again, after humanity will be rejudged and reevaluated. But this time not according to your bank account, not according to your social media followers, but according to your taqwa, your piety and your good deeds, your a'malu salihah. So intention is a message that I want to deliver to Andrew Tate and all of us. The next point is, I also see a lot of Muhammad Ali in Andrew Tate. Because he will always say that I'm the most Googled man on earth. Well, in one period he said I'm the most Googled woman on earth, which is very funny. His humor is also something to be mesmerized by. But anyway, I see a lot of Muhammad Ali in him. The confidence, but confidence based in reality, confidence based in hard work, right? I'm the 4-time kickboxer world champion. I used to be, very good at chess. All of these things that he proudly proclaims makes me think that men like him naturally want to find people better than themselves to look up to and to continue improving themselves, right? They're never satisfied. Men like Andrew Tate can never be satisfied. They can never accept that I'm good enough. No, I'm never good enough. I can always be better and I should always try to be better. Great. This is a great mentality. And you know who's better than you? You know who's better than me and all of us? You know who's better than even the best person in your mind? It's Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's the best man. And he's the most brave man, he's the most generous man, he's the most influential and powerful man. In any human metric, in any measurement of excellence, he's the most excellent man. And this is not my personal opinion. This opinion has been repeated by so many great people throughout human history, right? If you want to look at bravery, then look at Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. In every battle, he's in the front line. In the battle of Hunain, when some of the new Muslims fled the battlefield out of fear, he was standing his ground and he was calling people to come back. He's brave, he's strong, he's powerful, right? People who used to be warriors, people who used to be well-known fighters voluntarily and willingly followed him in battle because he's a brave man and he's the most generous. He used to give charity like wind, like how wind blows on the earth. That's how he used to give charity. And he's also the most calm, the most disciplined, the most principled, the most collected. He has all of these good qualities. If you want to be the best, if you want to be better than you currently are, then follow the example of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. He was sent as a mercy to all mankind. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala testifies, God testifies that إِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ, indeed you are upon tremendously great character. So direct your competitive mindset to the best. Uswatun Hasana, the great example, Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Read his biography, learn from his life, see what kind of a man he is, and you will have directions. You will have goals to work towards. You will know what you can do better and how to do better and where to do better. And I truly believe if you familiarize yourself with the life of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, you will also find a lot of solutions to many of the predicaments that you're facing right now in life. He was also wrongly accused many times. He became a public enemy for many years, and he was abandoned by his homeland. You know, he faced a lot of similar difficulties and challenges and trials and tribulations externally and internally, physically and psychologically. And I think you can find a lot of relatedness between your own life and the life of the Prophet, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised that's how he tests people. The whole world is a test, right? And the Prophet ﷺ said the most tested people are the Anbiya, the prophets, and then those closest to them, and then those closest to them. If you are excellent, which you believe you are, and I believe you are, your excellence will naturally translate into trials and tribulations. And that's how your excellence will be shown to yourself, to people around you, and Allah is all aware. He knows your excellence already. But these tests are a hujjah, a testament of your excellence. And when you read the life of the Prophet ﷺ, you will find many similarities, and you can learn from how he reacted, how he handled his situations, and how he moved on despite all of the distractions around, despite the matrix attacking him, right? Despite many of the hostilities that he faced. So I recommend that you read the biography of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I'm sure, I guarantee that you will learn a lot, and I guarantee that through this learning process you will become a better man, you will become a stronger man, you will become even more excellent than you currently are, and you will be more proud of yourself after increasing your Islamic knowledge. So these are just some random thoughts, not so organized, about Andrew Tate. Some of the things that I appreciate about him, some of the messages that I want to deliver to him. It's near impossible that he will see this video or hear what's said in this video, but you never know. The first video I made is a message to the Wood Kim, and eventually he saw it. So, and again, the intention, as long as it's solid, if it's for the pleasure of Allah, then even if nobody sees it, it's still valuable. It's still good work. It's still satisfactory. So, for all of the Andrew Tate fans out there, send this video to him. Why not? And I hope we also all of us reflect on the points that I've mentioned in this video. If we want to be the best version of ourselves in this world, then we have to learn the purpose of life. That's very important. We have to learn how to direct ourselves correctly, because you have to know where you're going in order to go anywhere. And we have to learn how to rely on the most powerful, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have to look at the best example, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All of these are prerequisites and indispensable in our journey towards excellence. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always guide us towards the right way, the right direction, give us the right companions, the right guides, give us the right understandings and correct knowledge and solid wisdom. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala select more Muslims in this world to be excellent and outstanding human beings so that they become role models for humanity as they should be. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase us in knowledge and piety and desire of the hereafter, and increase us in faith in Him and trust upon Him and realization of Him in every corner of life. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us successful Muslims in this world and make us the winners, real winners in the hereafter. Thank you for watching this video. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.